Right then, I'm starting a new project, Benno Boat Simulator. This is going to be a simulator where you drive different passenger boats around different locations to pick up and move the passengers. Basically going to be a driving game. In the game, when it's finished, it's going to be 4 boats. That is Benno Clipper, because why not? Express Clipper, which is like a miniature version of a Thames Clipper. Then there's going to be a trimaran high speed boat, and then there's going to be a cargo ship, just for fun of it. But that's when the game's finished. For now, this first version of the game will just have 1 boat, and that is Express Clipper. With Express Clipper, it's going to drive on a 2-engine system with no rudder, so you can't really steer the boat. Instead, you have 2 different engines, and varying the speeds of those 2 engines sets which direction the boat goes. In real life, I think Thames Clippers also have side thrusters to get it in and out of the stops easier. This boat won't have side thrusters, just to make it a bit more of a challenge to drive it in and out of the stops. So that'll be your challenge, without having any direct steering control, just with engine control, trying to get it in the different stops. It will be a bit of a challenge, but it'll be a very fun game. And I want it to be really characterful, with all of the boats simulated, just like they would be in real life, with all of that sort of physics. And I want it to be more characterful than necessarily perfectly modelled. For example, let's compare BVE Train Simulator to Train Sim World Train Simulator. BVE is a lot older, made by amateurs, so it isn't modelled that well compared to like a modern day game, but it's so characterful, and all the routes are really inspirational. You can see the amount of effort and devotion that people put into making their routes. The people clearly loved trains and loved routes when they built it. Compare that to Train Sim World, built by a committee, really well modelled and all of that, but rather dull and faceless. So on my simulator, I want it to be as best modelled as I can, but the most important thing is for the game to be characterful. And now, let's talk about why I've made this video. And that is because I need some help. I'm not that good at modelling, and I want my modelling skill to improve, but I need a bit of help with the modelling side of it. On screen right now is Express Clipper. On this game, I'm using quite an old game engine, so I'm not sure about how many polygons you can actually have on the boat. It needs to be reduced a bit, because I think this game engine isn't going to be that good if there's too many polygons in the entire world of the game. The other thing is getting the lighting and textures correct. While it might look quite good in SketchUp, trying to get the lighting correct on a lot of these 3D models I found in the past can be really difficult, and the textures are also extremely difficult. So if anyone would like to help improve this boat model, please get in contact. As well as that, it's also the different piers. I'm going to have that 3 different piers modelled, and these are going to be based on the Thames Clipper stops. So it's like a little boat pier, but with like a full canopy, so it looks like a train station but on the water, that sort of Thames Clipper style. And I would like 3 of those to be modelled. I'll try modelling it myself, but I'm not that good at it. And they're going to alternate the different stops as the boat goes along between 3 different models. And then as well as that is modelling the routes. There's like making a terrain. The train's going to go like round the water's edge, and it's going to be the bit the boat collides in if the user ever drives the boat off course. Then as well as that is going to be the buildings. These don't need collision data because the boat's never going to go on land, but it's just like scenery around the routes. So let's go through the 6 different routes and what needs to be done on these different routes, and what parts that you, the viewer, could get involved with. So route number 1 is the tutorial route. This is like a tutorial that teaches you how to play the game. For this route, it's not going to really have any modelling in it, but I do need a voice actor. So if anyone could give like a tutorial explaining how you drive a boat, how you run the engines, how you turn the corners, how you come into land at the station. If anyone's like good at talking and can do an explanation, please get in contact. Route number 2 is a German route, based on a fictional German city. I haven't decided a name yet, so if you can think of a name, leave a comment in the comment section. And it's going to be based just like a German city, with various German buildings modelled, but it's going to go down a river through the city, and it's going to stop at classic German stations such as Rathaus, Stadtmitte, HBF. So it's going to be like going down a tram route, except it's going to be on water rather than on rails. And for that, I need a bit of help with the modelling. I need some different things modelled, like I need HBF modelled, because that's going to be next to the water, then a couple of skyscrapers and stuff. Then there is the voiceover. If anyone here can speak German as a first language, and it needs to be someone speaking it as a first language, like the first language they learned from when they were babies, German, so you have the accent absolutely perfectly. If you'd like to do train announcements, like I know there's quite a lot of people out there like train announcement enthusiasts, if you can do a really good German train announcement, please get in contact, because it needs to say something along the lines of what the next station is. Do I dare to speak German in this video? Everyone will laugh at me. Or do something like, next to Halt, Hauptbahnhof. Change here, I don't know what change here is in German. For U-Bahn, U1. Next station, main railway station. Change here for route U1. Ausstieg links. Exit to the left. Say like that and don't laugh at my terrible German. But that's what it needs to be for the German announcement. So it's going to be 2 different people, one for the English, one for the German. It's going to mix in the 2 different announcements and each different thing said. Then next route number 3, is going to be a French route, a French underground, an underground canal route where the boat goes underground like it's going through a metro system, but there's water in the metro system. So just imagine like a flooded metro tunnel when having a boat going down it. So for that, I don't think there's too much needed on the modelling because it's mainly underground. Maybe if anyone would like to make a bit of modelling, because at the end it's going to come outside into like a French city. So anyone would like to help model that, get in contact. Also, I need someone who can speak French to do the announcements. And for that, it's going to have those really weird French announcements where it says it in 2 different voice tones. If anyone's been to France, we know what I mean. So it'll go like, Gare de Lyon, Gare de Lyon. Like, it says it in 2 voice tones. It's like, what? French public transport are ever so interesting because they are very different to anything else in the world. Then, route number 3 is going to be based in Spain, going through the Canary Islands. With that said, I really hope Tenerife does survive a volcano, because Tenerife is one of the best places on the planet. It's absolutely amazing here, and if it got destroyed by the volcano, that would be devastating. But anyway, with the Canary Islands route in this game, it's basically you can be driving around in the sea between the different islands. If anyone can speak Spanish and wants to add some announcements, please get in contact. Then the 5th route is going to be Dubai Islands of the World, or based on it. It's going to be loads of little islands close together representing different countries, and you drive around for different routes. So if anyone can speak Arabic or Middle Eastern accent of Arabic, because I know Arabic varies a lot depending on which section of the world it is, please get in contact to add some Arabic announcements to that. So it'll be like, however you say it in Arabic, next station will be Netherlands Island. Next station, Netherlands Islands. They'll all say it in both Arabic and in English. Then the next route is going to be, I think it'll probably be based in either England or the Netherlands, I haven't decided, and it's going to be a maintenance boat going around different platforms. This one's not going to have automated announcements, it's going to have someone talking, kind of. So if you can be like a really bored member of staff, next station's work platform F1, all workers getting off, please remember to have your high vis on, something like that sort of things. It's going to be like a member of staff saying it out. It's not a passenger boat, it's one for maintenance crew going around to like oil rigs out at sea. So if anyone would like to get involved in any of the modelling or any of the announcements for the different routes, as both the foreign language announcements and the English translations of those announcements, please get in contact.